beggars belief, that is actually what the Government Environment Agency has granted Cuadrilla the permission to do. Tons mass weight of toxins per day, and that will go wherever the breeze takes it. We've got no choice whatsoever. This is that the government is rubber stamped along the road.
This is so good, so good. We've been getting so much.
Simply by pushing them out of the way. There's been a number of people, a number of vulnerable people, elderly and vulnerable people who've been injured by the police where they've aggressively been pushed over, as opposed to being, if they've been in the way, as opposed to being guided out of the way, they've been physically pushed quite aggressively. In a number of cases, people who have been pushed have fallen over, they've hit their head on the ground, they've hurt the hip. As I say, it's happened so many times with the elderly and the vulnerable people. So
John, you were wanting to introduce John to Nick, who's been turned out of his wheelchair a few times, and Katrina, who's been at the site gate monitoring.
Treating us like criminals, really forceful, old women, disabled people, don't care.
But just add that Nick fought for his country as well. Nick fought for his country.
So you've been pushed around as well?
I've been knocked out of my wheelchair 5 times. 5 times. 3 of which I believe were on purpose.
We have got it all on video.
Have you? Yeah.
The policing has been utterly disproportionate and totally, it's not been impartial at all. To the point where a lot of people, a lot of locals there have given us support, have been frightened to come over, stop coming up because of the brutality. The consequence of the situation we're in, they're not our enemy. The enemy is in the field, it's Cuadrilla, it's what's happening to our environment. And it made it very, very difficult to even monitor. And they do the target people, and they're not shy about saying who they're targeting either. It's been very, very difficult. And the amount, the cost that, last month it was £1.2 million to police a mile of Preston New Road. I can't imagine the taxpayers being very impressed by that at all.
Are they local police?
I believe there's 16 different police forces been involved in the mutual aid policing, although it's been Lancs from the very beginning. We've come as far afield as Surrey and Cumbria, Kent.
There were 17 police vans.
Say that again, how many?
60, 70 officers routinely for 4 or 5 people. Just
They
to
had
get
17 vans came the other day to careful people away from letting the lorries in. So it's a corporate facilitation by the police. 17 police vans along the road to let the lorries in.
Huge scale.
It's massive. They're all parked up there, parking their van. Ready.
Coordinated operation.
Totally regimented and coordinated.
Zooming traffic line going into the site.
They're saying it's the theoretical obstruction.
I'm sorry.
Based on theory, it's not involved in. It's not to do with practice. It's just to do with experience or theory of what you think may happen. So it's like basically policing prospective crime.
This is what we were told about.
Theoretical obstruction.
a potential breach of the peace.
Feelings are running very high there. Protesters do get very animated and there's a lot of shouting going on. The police are very unprofessional because they're emotionally involved with it instead of being trained and handling it.
Who's controlling the operation?
It's all on headpieces, so we don't know.
There's the hierarchical bronze command. He gives the orders down to the PSU inspector on the ground. PSU inspector then gives the orders to the sergeant and the units. The sergeants of the units are the ones that are acting unprofessional. So we look at that and we look at the hierarchy of men who are acting unprofessional and think, what Chancellor got really. Tormenting people individually, individual officers, but tormenting people on a daily basis.
What do you mean by that?
So, for instance, if a person was to get arrested on the Wednesday, if you see that same officer on the Friday, they'll be tormenting you about it, giving you a little bit of, it's not banter, it's bullying, basically. So, intimidation.
Every time he comes past me, if I'm on my own, every time he says to me, "Be careful you don't fall out of your wheelchair." Last week he was parked up on the pavement and I asked him if he could move his car because he was blocking the access. He turned around to me and said, "You'll have to phone the police because I don't give a shit."
We went for
Reported that as well.
5 of us went for a weekend festival in Cole, and there was the same police. And as we were walking down the street, we shouted, "Hi, Cat and Lou! Oh, Nick, you're not obstructing the highway there, are you?" As we were walking down, sort of following us in the US OSU van on a Saturday night. It's really
But the thing is,
unprofessional.
this is all for industry that we voted against. We need to bring it back to that. We never wanted them here. And these are the consequences. And these are decent people, residents, people who fought for their country. And we really need your help.
What liaison do you have? What liaison do you have with the police? Is there anyone you communicate with? Do they offer that? Or
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
And how does that work?
Just in one participation, we are trying to develop a better working relationship.
But also, there was a large group of people who went to Kirkham Police Station and handed in a letter requesting a direct meeting with Clive Brumfield, and this was several months ago.
Police Commissioner.
Yeah.
Actually on the file, even though it's a Tory stronghold, we've campaigned so hard. We've been helping Gordon Martin in the Blackpool South because that's a marginal seat. But
The issue, to be honest, it doesn't matter where the constituency is, or local, whatever. What we're finding is large numbers of people cross party basically.
yeah, absolutely.
They start realising the implications of
You know, we live here and it's well documented our environmental impact and health impact. The health impacts have already started. You know, we're not sleeping, we're anxious, it's consumed our lives. We've almost become institutionalised really, because anything beyond here doesn't seem worthless. So we're in this position now as residents, as a community. We're very grateful for support from different towns and from everywhere, you know, but there is a strong community feel and residents are getting involved, just regular residents. We've got a good cross section of people and we're really, really excited that you're here, but we really hope you can help.
How often are the protests?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And there's been issues of brutality as well from Northern Security, stamped on people's faces, they've hit them. They've come out of the jurisdiction across the road as well, so they've assaulted people on the other side of the road where they weren't even supposed to be. So they're facilitating the police, who's facilitating the sheriff, who's facilitating
To help the residents set up a night rig watch to make sure that there wasn't any breaches, which there was in the end, because the first convoy was brought in at 4:30 in the morning, and there's been a lot of police especially have tried to divide the people who live locally, who are the people who have come to support the local residents. We don't see it like that. We're all activists. Whether we live in a tent at the moment or a house, we're all activists.
Company operating down Rockham, in Surrey, and they've just gone ahead and done what they pleased. They've recently found that they've drilled something like 1,500 or 2,000 feet lower, further down than they had planning permission to do. So basically what they're doing is they're breaking the rules, then they're telling the local authority they've broken the rules and saying they're sorry. This company were doing that in 2011, and of course the movement formed, so they came under a lot more scrutiny. But they're still breaking the rules. They're still doing as they please, and nobody is taken into task.
What sort of things do you mean?
Well, the traffic breaches are the easiest one.
I wrote the plan, because I'm cabinet member for planning on West Lancs. Wrote him a letter pointing out that the breaches were, asking him to explain the process of enforcement, which they have a statutory duty to pursue. I haven't even had the civil response yet.
Well, we did get a response from them, didn't we? They said that they weren't going to take. They had written to Cuadrilla. This was specific to the bringing the convoy in at 4:15 in the morning. They'd written to Cuadrilla and that their admonishment of Cuadrilla had to be proportionate to the offence. Well, they
And we're just a little bunch. A lot of support, you can see. But I just.
And the people who attended that meeting, they came back from that.
Concrete overlays.
That's the gravel pad, which has this white lining underneath. And this picture you can see the water's coming into the well, the basement, and it's already grey.
Yeah.
So that indicates to me that it's not set properly and that it's leaching into the water. So that we also noticed that along here, and it's hard to see, it's not a picture. Down here there's lines where we believe the water's coming up underneath the pad, and that gets ever increasingly more obvious as time goes on. This is when it's more full, this is early August, and that's when
Go back up to the gates and
Have
see
you?
one coming up. He's coming up the gate.
I'll walk up.
Side. Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you up there.
Well, it's going to be there until it comes down, I think. It's polycrop keeping it up.
This car is blocking the cycle lane.
Thanks for nothing again. More time wasted, more police harassment, more entrapment when you're saying we're shouting, so there's no need for me fear, or block this cyclist coming down here. And your friend up the road there.
Right.
Alright.
I've been blocked, yeah.
So you blocked that one.
That's worse than being blocked on Facebook.
We knew it. We knew it would be you.
Theoretical.
On the drone photos, the aerial photos, the water and all the rest of it, what response has the company given to that?
They said there was no spillage. has been sent. We have local councillors who are on a local group, and they send the beaches straight on to Lancashire County Council, so all the beaches are logged.
Leave him alone. Come away from him. Leave him alone. Shouting. Big money. If he wants to come to you today, go away. Leave him alone. Yeah, you can talk to me if you like.
Personally, I think it's quite a good call down if you want to start from.
Well, no, just give me one information on Preston New Road because that's where we are, isn't it? So I'm just sure I'd like to know a little bit more about that. Okay, good. Let's get Barbara to talk for a bit.
Everyone's very passionate, Mr. McDonnell. Just very tired.
They were taking them off. They lied, bringing a vehicle off, but instead of
having it to you in a second. Right, we're in now.
So this is a convoy coming in.
It's almost like it's kind of
lagoons, combination of wave power, solar as well. That's the way to go, isn't it?
Yeah. We're going to close down ridiculous, isn't it? And now we have to buy it in Portugal as in Sweden.
I just think people don't, it's the thing we were talking about, I don't think people realise the scale of their plans on the development of this.
And they've lied all the way since the beginning of planning because they've downscaled it at the beginning and then as planning went on it got bigger and bigger and now they've just realised for 365 days of flaring, which in the original they only had 3 months because they knew they would get a roof and it's all about
there's a real, when I'm talking to people, there's a real view that you give them an inch to take a mile, and that's what's happening. But I think the more we wake up people to the scale of a fracking site is coming to you, I think they'll wake up. We'll see whether or not they like a fracking site in Kensington or Westminster. Against fracking and managed to breach the security.
Indeed.
Fantastic. You of them won't have very long lives if this gets bloody going.
Thanks for inviting me down, and it's been a pleasure meeting everyone, but also it's been an extraordinary benefit just to get the briefing about what's happening here, both in terms of the operation of the site itself, the development and its implications for the local community, and also the briefing with regard to the nature of the policing that's gone on. The Labour Party in its manifesto said we're opposed to fracking and we will, and once we go into government we'll ban it. And the reason we want to ban it is because we are convinced about the implications of climate change, and we've got to, if we stand any chance of protecting the globe against climate change, countries like ours have got to decarbonise our economy, and we can't allow fracking to bring a new generation of carbon into our atmospheres again. So the purpose of today's visit was first of all to come along and listen, and to hear about the operation itself, the implications of it, and also the operation with regard to the policing, but also it was to take back the message to Parliament and my colleagues there.
Thank you.
We need to give you all the support we possibly can. Thanks so much.
Yes.